Ellie Finlay, women's body and macro coach, coming at you early Saturday morning. And today I really wanted to talk about breathing for maximum core engagement. This is a big one, and it's something that I feel isn't talked about enough, but this is super important. So you can do stronger squats, stronger lunges, prevent injury, and know just how to brace your core properly. And remember, it's like a house. Like, this is the foundation for everything. So what I want you to think about is, when you exhale, what is your tummy doing? Is it popping out, or is it driving in? And I think this is where a few gals get a little bit confused. As your ribs contract in, you need to be using that contraction to help drive your tummy muscles towards your spine. And if it is popping out, it's honestly not the best thing. You kind of need to think about, like, say, if you're in your pregnancy, or if you ever do want kids, you really need to be aware of this, because say, like if you're on the lat pull down, for example, and you're pulling that weight down with every single one, your tummy's doing the wrong thing. So say you're exhaling on every single pull and your tummy's going, I can't even do it, and your tummy's popping out. You can see how that's actually stretching your abdominal muscles out more and putting more pressure on your pelvic floor. And you can see how that's definitely not the best thing. So what I want you girls to practice is, don't think about the inhale. That'll fucking happen on its own. You just confuse yourself. All you need to think about is the exhale. So as you exhale, is your tummy driving in? And this is called intrinsic core synergy. Like, are you breathing and bracing in the right way? So where does this apply, and how can you build on this? I think the best place to start is literally laying on your back, practicing this shit. When you're laying down, it's a little bit easier because you're working with gravity to help drive your tummy down. So what I mean by this is, if you can see me properly, do you see how I have my legs on the floor? My tummies are just around, it's called your TVA, from hip bone to hip bone. And do you see how I want to emphasize this, I'm not sucking my tummy in. Like, I'm not just going like this. I'm using the breath to contract it down. I'm contracting it down. So once you get the hang of that, and you do like 10 big slow breaths, and you're just driving your tummy down with every single one, maybe you can start progressing it. So let's think of your legs like big weights, right? They connect to your hips, and the further they go away from your belly button, the harder your tummy has to work. So once you feel like you have the correct synergy in place, this is what you can add. So I'm laying down, using gravity to help contract my spine in the correct way. Exhale, and you contract it down. As I lift the weight, my tummy stays tight, and it doesn't, like, this is a common thing, right? As I exhale, lift a leg, and bang, my tummy drives up again. And you can see how that's not correct, because I'm letting go as soon as I add a load. So what I want you to practice is exhale, brace, up, down, relax. Because it's like any other muscle, it needs to contract and relax, and contract and relax. So you can see how if someone's not doing these kind of ab movements properly, so I'm talking leg lifts like this, bird dogs even, which are this type of core movements, even just leg raises, they might not be feeling shit. They might be feeling it in their hip flexors, their lower back, when really it should be a big brace in your core. Like, this shit is hard if it's done right. So this is super important. I think nowadays, with stress and anxiety and that type of thing, we can tend to do really shallow breathing, like all through our neck and our traps, and as a result, our neck can get even tighter. So even if you just start right before bed, as you're lying in bed, just practice 3 sets, 10 slow exhales, and practice your intrinsic core synergy. This is the best way for breathing, for bracing, and building a strong core. As we know, it's just not all about crunches and sit-ups. There's a lot more to it than that. So that's what I want you gals to practice. All right. Any questions? Don't hesitate to reach out. As you know, I am an open book, so questions about coaching, macros, training, anything like that, DM me, email me. I don't mind, whatever way you prefer, and have a good weekend.